Ponta the Smith, I remember when this stuff came out, it sort of took the magic world by storm, or at least the coin magic world by storm, because there was all of coin magic up till this point. You know, there was a hot spot in the 90s, early 2000s, some big innovations came. And Ponta the Smith sort of took these things and elevated them to a new place that I had never really seen before. And I remember with my coin magic buddies, we were all our eyes were popping out of our heads watching this stuff, right?
Absolutely. When I look at this kind of thing, I think that like when you look at, I won't say it's the exact demarcation point because there's a lot of people that contribute to coin magic, but there's definitely, he's part of a group of the new guard of coin magicians. When you look back, there's definitely a look to that kind of coin magic. And I love it. You know, when you look at that stuff, it's definitely a look to it. And then it's it just looks like a completely different thing.
Yeah. So we should prepare everyone for this because this is a little bit different. I would imagine if you saw Ponta, it would be a different experience if you saw him in person doing these things. This is magic that you're not going to see his face. You're not going to hear him speak. You're going to see very visual coin magic, and they're very short little pieces that you're going to see. But these are going to be basically the classics of coin magic, but Ponta the Smith's version of these classics of coin magic. So keep an open mind knowing that you're going into this seeing something that is from a guy that English is probably not his main language at all, if he even speaks English. I think it's one of the reasons that we don't hear him speak is that there's not, he doesn't speak a lot of English. The magic speaks for itself. So having said that, let's watch this first one and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Can we just watch that again?
Just do it again.
Can you just rack that again, please?
I think we might do that a couple times watching these clips.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's sick.
This sequence right here.
Dude, part about it is like when you watch how he's doing it, it's just as interesting and intricate and beautiful as the trick itself, right? Yeah. When you get the behind the scenes look of what this guy's doing, he's a real artist. This is really amazing stuff. He's taken all these concepts and elevated them to their highest point, Amazing.
Lou says he just saw black screen. Is that true of everybody? Did anybody see the clip? Pip says he could see it.
Yeah.
The thing that kills me is it's just flawless, first of all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But, like, I've seen him do a bunch of different things. Never an adjustment. You know what I'm talking about? Because what's going on there, things are moving around, right?
It's very precise. You have to hit the spots exactly or else it doesn't work.
And there's you never see an adjustment. Yeah. Right? Like, never. It's just perfect.
That's right.
And it's just so, that's why I say when you told me earlier, you're like, Ponta Smith, you go, what do you know about him? I go, he's sick. That's what I know about him.
Yeah.
Right?
He is the man. It's definitely amazing. Let's just keep on going. Let's watch.
Let's see another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to point out there was the spellbound sequence is just, did you see that in the middle there? He does that little.
Well, the whole thing. He considered that whole sequence to be spellbound.
Spellbound, yeah, but
the first
what we would view as the more traditional spellbound.
Well, he put one or two of those in there where his hands came together, but he was definitely one-handed to begin with.
Yeah,
it's stunning.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. All right, let's watch this next one. It's the dream. The dream of coin magic. A complete coin vanish.
You want to check it out again real quick?
Yeah, please.
You might as well, yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be doing that with all these. We're probably going to watch.
They go by so fast, you know.
That's right.
All right. I'm with you.
So good, dude. Really so good. Fascinating. He elevated that to just the pinnacle, you know. That's the spot that you want that thing to be. Amazing.
Ridiculous.
You know who does that thing very well? He's been playing with it for like a decade. That whole sequence and different methodology, but playing with that specific sequence is our buddy DJ. When next time you're sitting with DJ, hand him a silver dollar, man.
Oh yeah.
It's astounding. He's one of the guys that can do that whole thing. And, you know, again, Ponta is just the man. He's taking these concepts that are, some of these techniques are pretty difficult to master, and he makes them look like they are just effortless. And it's, you know, it's, for me, it's like, that's what you strive for. It should look like that.
I mean,
like nothing is happening.
It is, not only is it, you know, astonishing, but it's just beautiful. There's like no wasted movement, right? It's just all very kind of direct and just, I mean, if you're hip to the moves that are in there, you're just like, like Alex said before, if you saw it from the behind the scenes, it's even more amazing, I would think. At least to us, it would be.
Well, what it shows you is how much finesse he has on these things, and how, again, how effortless it looks in his hands when he's doing techniques. When you see the behind the scenes look, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. So well, let's just keep going, because we've got like the classics of coin magic here, but in Ponta's hands. It's a pretty fun.
That was a killer like
fun experiment here. Yeah, might as well rewind it, play it again. Yeah, at the beginning when he started, you know, this one is actually probably close to like a regular coin magic trick, but that is not like a regular coin magic trick. Amazing.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Okay, here we go. This is very Slidini-esque.
Oh yeah, I love that retention right there. So
yeah. Great.
That's him using that Kainoa's fingertip muscle pass there.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, what a beautiful one coin sequence, really, you know, with the kicker in the ending and everything.
Yeah, it's like,
it really looks like magic. You know what I mean? I know that sounds stupid to say, but it really looks like magic.
Well, I remember as a young man coming up, seeing David Roth do that and attributing it to the Slidini routine, and eventually bumping into the Slidini one coin sequence that he does within his coin suite, right?
Right.
But for me as a young man, seeing Roth do that, and that jumbo coin came out at the end, like that, it looked like magic the first time I saw it. I saw a coin grow, you know what I mean? I didn't see him switching coins. I saw a coin. Yeah, big coin, you know. And I've always been in love with that sort of sequence. And again, Ponta is just elevating all these techniques to, you know, like you said, bringing in that fingertip muscle pass. What a heavy move, but what a beautiful visual moment in a sequence which could become mundane if you aren't careful, right?
You know what I think is so beautiful, and I see this a lot just in art, you know. It's like when someone just goes deep in one thing, like in one area, they just go deep, right? And those guys always enter into rare air, you know, when somebody goes really deep, you know, and he's gone so deep into coins. I mean, the things he's doing here are just, you know, they're on another level. I think we said that in the beginning, but it's just next level stuff here.
That's right. So if you are a person that does follow a lot of coin magic, you remember that early 90s, there was a new sort of, I guess you could say a trend, you know, there was a handling of coins across that sort of became a phenomenon in magic. And that was three fly, where you're holding the coins at your fingertips as they go across. So there's no room for any of this closing your hands. It's just everything at the fingertips. And, you know, there were many versions of this routine that came out after Chris Kenner published his work on it. That seemed to be like a starting point for a lot of people. There are some seeds before that led to Chris's routine, but Chris really popularized that notion, and a lot of people took his lead, and a lot of the routines look similar to that. And it's interesting that we're talking about, you know, all these different techniques, because Ponta's take is not the same as a lot of other people's takes on this, and it's got a lot of really beautiful moments that you would imagine seeing what we've seen so far. So let's watch this next one. This is Ponta's version of three fly.
It doesn't even look like three fly,
right?
Yeah.
But it satisfies all the needs at the moment that those coins are going across. Everything's being held in this impossible position, right? What seems like an impossible position for you to be able to do any sort of manipulation, because you're just holding the coins, right?
Right.
That's why it's so deceptive. Yeah, let's see it one more time. Let's watch it one more time. It's fun to watch. I know anybody that wants to could rewind it and watch it, but I'd like to watch it again.
Yeah. Totally. That's just, it's so silly, you know? It's so silly that it's just, it makes
I think that moment when you're doing that third coin, it is silly, right? It is a joke because there's nowhere to go. They know what you're going to do, and you have to do what, you know, in Chris's original routine, you do a joke, right? You do.
Yeah, but I don't mean silly like bad. I mean just like ridiculous, like, who, you know, like, you know, the fingertip muscle pass kills me every single time. You know what I mean? And to have that tool at your disposal for that moment instead of the joke. It's just
but the joke becomes sort of what that is when it shoots across, because it instantly shoots back. Right. And you put that, you do it goes visibly and it shoots, and then it just, bam, it's back. Right. So you get that sort of same magical joke. So it's silliness, right? It doesn't make sense, but it does make sense in the big picture. But in that moment, you're like, what? No, what is happening? But yeah, I get your point. It's pretty wonderful, though.
Oh, it's pretty wonderful.
Let's move into something that is another big craze, and this was more a big craze like in the late 70s and early 80s. A lot of people were innovating the matrix routine, where you have coins on the table in a square formation, and you're covering with cards, and coins move around. Well, as you can imagine, Ponta has a take on that. So let's take a look at matrix, just the standard old matrix, but Ponta the Smith style. Check it out. Here we go. That was crazy at the beginning of it. The music didn't really come through, and I felt like, I have a chance. I'm not being distracted by that music.
Right.
Let's do that one again. That was a good one. Let's watch it again. I almost want to watch that one in slow motion, but I don't think it's the right move.
I don't think it's the right move.
That's mean to Ponta. He doesn't deserve that.
There it is.
So the next one is that, but the familiar brother to the Matrix. I don't want to say what it is because you want to see the effect. Let's just play the next one because it takes Matrix and sort of, cranks it in a different direction. But it's just as wonderful. And it's a beautiful follow-up to the Matrix.
Oh.
The backfire.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do
Dang.
that one. That's a good one.
Oh. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, the first time I remember when I first started encountering the backfires, they hurt my mind. This is a good one.
Okay.
So good.
This is the kind of routine. I mean, it's just so great. If you back those two up, it's just such a great little.
What a sequence.
Yeah, such a routine, a sequence, whatever you want to call it. It's just
the only thing that I think elevates any of that is when you go to the translocation, where you take away the cards and you just do it with your hands.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and that's the next step.
That's the only way to elevate it. Yeah. But
so
yeah,
good. And so, it's economy of motion that he has. That's just really the thing. I mean, he's just pared it down to just exactly what he needs, and that's it.
It's a lot like a good pool player. Like he's setting up every shot
he's setting up every shot. That is a really great analogy right there. Yeah. It's like a great pool player. He's setting up every shot, and
yeah. And there's nothing to do because everything's waiting for him at the next step, and he just goes through the next sequence, and then that sets up the next. Yeah.
So beautiful work.
Yeah, artistry in construction. It's really, really fabulous. I sort of saved the best one for last. This is an effect that I played with a version of this that was, I played with David Roth's version of this trick and really loved this trick. And Ponta took everything that I loved about that trick and just accentuated it, made it all wonderful. And I think that this is probably the shining star of all of them, in my opinion.
Okay.
We can talk about it afterwards, but I think that this is just a wonderful, wonderful piece of magic. Let's check this out. This is a winged silver.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
It's sort of like everything I love in coin magic, all in one beautiful package,
Yeah, it's such that's a pretty straightforward presentation of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just
no room for funny stuff, right? Because it's straightforward.
It's very straight, but it's perfect.
Perfect,
right? Would you say? I mean, it's perfect.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so fun that's what I think this show's great about, because I bet you there's a lot of members here that are like discovering this for the first time.
Yeah.
And, anyone's free to discover anything they want. It's all over the internet. It's not like when we were coming up in Magic, there's, if you didn't come face to face with somebody for the most part, and Alex excluded, because you had the most amazing, 20s, right?
Yeah, 20s and 30s.
Yeah, most amazing, you know, just being a fly on the wall and some of the most amazing things ever, right?
Sometimes it's been breathtaking situations.
Yeah, totally. But you know, now you can discover them. That's what's great about this show is like we talk about guys like this, you know, and it gets you excited. I'm excited. I'm like thinking I might practice Matrix tonight. I might.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I remember when this came across my desk, it was because I had a bro that really loved coin magic that, you know, I worked with in one of the magic factories, and he's like, have you heard about this? Do you know about this?
Mm-hmm.
No. We're going to probably carry this thing. You should check this out. And I took this thing home and my eyes popped out of my head.
Yeah.
And I came back the next day and went, what is going on there? And it just became like a year-long conversation about the material on this collection. And it was eye-opening because it was possibilities, right? It was just new places to go with stuff that you already are familiar with and to elevate it, right?
When this came out, it was, you know, early 2000s.
2005, 6, around there is what I recall.
I mean, I remember it was groundbreaking. It was like earth-shattering, something totally different.
Totally. And then when you could see, like at first I saw demos of just the tricks, and then when I saw that there was actually methods to it all, and watched them go through the methods and see how flawless all of the work is that makes all of this stuff tick, made my eyes pop out of my head. And you know, like Steve just said a second ago, I was inspired. I needed to practice more.
Yeah.
So what a gift.
Real artist.
Yep.
I mean, when I look at Ponta the Smith, that's what I think of. Like, he's an artist.
Yeah. Wonderful coin magician. And you know, if it ever makes it back to him, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. You've inspired
awesome.
me. You've inspired a bunch of people. I know you have.
Yeah.